Doug MPA back with another one. We all know that single women keep other women single, and we also know that women in groups keep each other single. And I say this because I found this article, Are We Dating the Same Guy? These women run groups are accused of being toxic, but they carry a feminist legacy. And what it is there are these Are We Dating the Same Guy groups on Facebook and other platforms where women will share dating stories and share pictures of men's profiles to make sure that they're not dating the same guy. Or they share their stories of going on actual dates with guys. And the problem with this is I understand the intent of the group, but women are about drama and gossip. And I'm sure that there are plenty of women who are going out on dates just to have something to talk about in this group. And they might be trying to make it as intentionally toxic as possible on the date or go out with a guy that they are not interested in just to have something to post on this group. So we're going to get into this article about Are We Dating the Same Guy groups. Before I do that, like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. I really appreciate it. It shows you support me and what I'm doing over here. And let's get into this. It says in 2022, a social network was formed in New York for women to share warnings about their interactions with men on dating apps. These were men who had allegedly lied, manipulated, cheated on, ghosted, used, or A-worded them. You can't say that word on YouTube. Since then, Are We Dating the Same Guy groups have exploded online across Facebook and other social platforms, attracting anywhere from hundreds to more than 150,000 members, depending on the city they serve. Let me say another thing about Are We Dating the Same Guy groups. Yes, ladies, you are all dating the same guy. We all know that 80% of women want less than 20% of men, especially in major cities. Why are these groups even necessary? In fact, I guarantee you the type of guys that these women post on these groups are the 6'3" Chad Chaddingtons and Tyrone Jenkins, and women will see these guys come across their profile and will go out with them anyway. If you're in New York, Chicago, LA, a major city, all these women are going for the same type of guys. These groups are trying to improve women's online safety where dating app developers are failing. In doing so, they're tapping into a long history of feminist initiatives aimed at protecting women from allegedly hostile or predatory men. It says globally, millions of women gather in Are We Dating the Same Guy groups. The majority of these private digital spaces are explicit about their intent. The first group to emerge had the unofficial motto, it's about protecting women, not judging men. Everything with women in 2024 is judging men. Everything. This has been widely adopted by offshoots. Posts follow two main themes: unprompted red flag warnings about men women have dated, and prompts for T or red flags about potential dates. The men in these posts are identified by name and location and at least one dating profile screenshot. Posts can be made anonymously so women don't risk retaliation but are vetted by moderators to ensure they comply with group rules. Online dating apps are often framed as a necessary evil in the 2020s. You don't know why, ladies? It's because you said that men approaching you is toxic and that you don't want men to approach you in public. You don't want men to approach you at the gym. You don't want men to approach you at a bar or a club anymore. So how are men supposed to approach you? If you have an online dating profile, ladies, it means you are available to approach in a romantic manner. They conform to the same conventions as early chat rooms such as AOL, MSN, and Messenger, and digital classified ads such as Craigslist. These sites enable random connections with strangers without any vetting. The onus of safety was on the user. They have become the source of both heartwarming success stories and tales of, the M word and the R word. Dating app developers admit there are safety risks inherent to their business model, but they've yet to adequately address them. Many apps have an optional verification feature, but this merely weeds out catfishes, people using a fake online identity. It doesn't guarantee safety. Look, dating has always been a risk. Men have to be responsible, and now women have to be responsible. And any violence or anything towards women is not a good thing. But men have to be vigilant, and women have to be vigilant too. This is a market that women created. I always say on my channel, guys were perfectly fine with knocking on your door to ask your dad if they could take you out on a date, ladies. Guys were perfectly fine with waiting till marriage to have sex, but you call all that patriarchy. And now we're in this cesspool of a dating market now, and women want to complain about how bad it is and their safety. Ladies, you wanted this. And not only that, women are so quick to put labels on things and remove themselves from accountability. It's like how women call every single man that they meet who doesn't want to do what they say a narcissist. There are real narcissists out there, and they're having a field day right now. Anyway, I digress. Bumble advertises itself as a feminist app that's focused on safety, as women must initiate the conversation with their matches. However, as posts on Are We Dating the Same Guy groups demonstrate, this puts the onus on women to be particularly discerning, as they should be. Women, you have to be vigilant. Dating app users have to open themselves to random interactions with strangers, and therefore to unqualified risk, just to be able to use the service. One 2022 survey found 3 in 4 people experienced the A word while using these apps. Historically supporting women, who cares? Okay, it says, Are We Dating the Same Guy groups follow in these footsteps. By providing a space where women can support and empower each other, they fulfill the consciousness raising and DIY aspirations of previous generations of feminists. They also demonstrate how, even now, there are limited societal protections for women who have faced or may face violence or harassment by men. The counter arguments. Both the admins and members of Are We Dating the Same Guy groups face risks in the process of facilitating these spaces. While group posts mainly remain private, there can be retaliation or even legal repercussions when someone snitches and leaks a post. In cases where men have discovered posts about them and wish to have them removed, the admins tend to only do this if the man is willing to rat out the snitch. This ensures women undermine the group's aims of sisterhood and safety are named, shamed, and removed. Several counter arguments, such as Are We Dating the Same Guy is toxic, and Are We Dating the Same Guy, and victims of Are We Dating the Same Guy have emerged to rail against the movement. They claim Are We Dating the Same Guy groups enable the bullying and shaming of men just for being bad dates. And that's 100% true, because women want the juiciest story to tell so they can get likes and attention. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I wouldn't be surprised if there are women that just go out with guys they know they're not attracted to, or that are socially awkward, just to get a meal and a story to post in these groups. The goal of both the pro and counter Are We Dating the Same Guy groups give rise to spurious claims. Each side can end up facilitating forms of bullying, toxicity, and even serious violence against individuals. Anti Are We Dating the Same Guy groups claim they support protecting women from truly terrible men, but a lack of verification means that there are more false accusations than true ones, and that is 100% true. I guarantee it. Women just want something to talk about. And there are more single women now more than ever. I refuse to believe that all these women in these groups are going out on dates with these guys. A lot of these women are sitting at home by themselves, crying into their glass of wine with their dog every Friday, Saturday night. Last month, a man from Chicago launched a lawsuit against the city's Are We Dating the Same Guy group and several social media sites, including Meta, for defamation. The case seeks to force the host platforms, primarily Facebook, to regulate these private groups to protect men. Off the back of that, a new group, Are We Dating the Same Guy Lawsuits, was formed. It aims to bring men together to potentially sue Facebook and the group it hosts for defamation. And good job, guys. I might have to do a video on that. It'll be interesting to see how the case plays out and whether platforms profiting from women's engagement and Are We Dating the Same Guy groups are willing to take sides in this supposed battle of the sexes. Either way, one thing is certain: the patriarchy's influence is diminished in a generation of tech-savvy women who wholeheartedly believe the personal is political. Guys, this is just another reason. Passports, MGTOW. It's the only way, guys. In 2024, this is where we're at. These women are in these groups looking for the juiciest story to tell. And I guarantee you, false accusations are rampant. And false accusations can destroy a man's life. There should be protection for women, but there should be protection for men too. It's equality, right, ladies? And I just refuse to believe that enough women are out there dating for these groups to exist. And remember, guys, 80 to 90% of women want 10% of men. I guarantee you, a lot of these women say, "Oh, this guy's toxic," but if he's a 6'3" Chad Chaddington, all the women are going to look for him. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you on the next one.